Today on the Hopefulist, when disaster strikes, here's what I did.
Welcome to the Hopefulist, a daily talk show hosted by veteran broadcaster Wendy McClure. Join Wendy each day as she shares her life lessons that transformed her from perpetual pessimist to the ultimate hopefulist. The perfect morning show to get you caught up on the day's top stories while sharing insights that will lead to positive transformation and bring out the hopefulist in you. For more inspiration, visit hopefulist.com. And now, here's your host and hopefulist, Wendy McClure.
Good morning. It is Friday. Friday. Woo, woo. It is Friday, October 11th, 2019. It's day 27 of Got to Get on Ellen. I think I forgot to include the weekend, so it's probably really day 29. I will figure that out starting on Monday. So, I am still on vacation. I hope it's all going wonderfully. This will be my last day of vacation, though, so I'm already depressed thinking about it, and I haven't even left yet. So, these are some blog posts that I had written before the start of the podcast. I've been doing this all this week. And today I'm going to focus on the blog post I wrote after I lost my radio job. I have come a long way from then, I have to say. So the title is When Disaster Strikes. I have a quote up, and my sister had sent this to me the day I got let go, shall we say, that says the universe only gives us what we're strong enough to handle. Apparently, the universe thinks I'm a badass. Well, yeah, I am. So I lost my job on Friday. I work in the field of broadcasting. I've spent the last 2 years co-hosting a morning show on a classic rock station. I've been in the business for about 25 years, and morning radio, that's my jam. I've worked with some of the best in the business and learned a lot over the years about what it takes to create an entertaining show and connect with people on a personal level. To say I poured my heart and soul into this show would be a vast understatement. There were no secrets, okay, maybe just a few, between myself and listeners of my show. I put myself and my psyche on the line every single day. I put myself in a position to be ridiculed and bashed. But it's also how the people who listened to the show connected and bonded with me. I gave them my whole self, and luckily many listeners loved me for it. In fact, quite a few of them followed me over to the podcast. But alas, I was let go from the station with no warning. That is how it's done in my business. It is not the first time it's happened to me, but it still hurts. I was away visiting family over the first weekend after I had gotten fired. So that was a good distraction. I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to say fired. I'm supposed to say let go. This morning was the first one. I should have gotten up at 3:20 and gone into work. Instead, I slept until 6, which is really late for me. I grabbed a snuggle with my best girl, Tucker, and we went into the kitchen, and I was making myself a cup of coffee. It felt like a weekend, which would be nice if I didn't love my job so much. Now, don't get me wrong. I looked forward to my weekends as much as the next guy, but I didn't loathe Mondays either. I loved what I got to do every day. A couple of years ago, this probably would have brought me to my knees. Don't misunderstand. I am devastated. But the good news is I have other things in my life, and that is what I will focus on now. So I grabbed my coffee, I hit my screened-in porch, and I got to listen to the ducks calling to each other. I'm very lucky to live on the water of the beautiful Barnegat Bay at the Jersey Shore. I'm drinking from my favorite Starfish coffee mug, and things could be worse. A lot worse. I'm going to have to change my focus. It's hard because the reminders of what I've lost are everywhere. But I started this writing thing about a year ago, and that is what I will try to turn to if I can't find another morning co-host job, which is very hard to do without having to move, and I'm not doing that. You heard me talk about my coffee with the ducks, right? I started sending op-ed pieces to my local weekly about a year ago, and lucky for me, they've printed almost everything I've sent them. I've also started doing some band reviews for a bi-monthly magazine about a year ago as well. Now, the great thing is that I had a desire, and I followed it. I decided to see where I could go with it, and it has been working out pretty well. The difference to me this time was instead of just thinking about it, I actually wrote stuff and figured out a way to get it seen. What did I have to lose? I can send it into the paper. They can print it. Great. They cannot print it. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Now, I'm not making any money on my writing. Well, a little, but certainly not enough to replace a full-time job. But there could be a way to change that. And I will let you know. That is how I ended that blog post. I will let you know. That was about 4 days after I had lost my job. And already the inner workings of this podcast were coming to fruition. Oh, my sister had commented on this. Oh, I have a bunch of comments, so let me read that. Michelle, my sister, wrote, "You will rise again, I have no doubt." Mandy wrote, "Love your attitude, Wendy. You are very talented in many areas. Love reading the articles that you write." Bev wrote, "Hang in there, Wendy. Wendy, better things are coming. Be positive and no moving. I don't know why I can't complete the words. Shar says, "You are on it." And Eleanor says, "You are on the right track. You have a talent for writing. You will find something which suits you. Good luck. I look forward to your future endeavors." And Joseph wrote, "Life has its ups and downs. Only the strong survive. If you and Joe need a new friend, I live around the corner. Welcome to stop by anytime. By the way, there is always an Eagles flag flying high in my yard." Isn't that nice? I never took Joseph up on that offer, but how sweet is that? So since then, let's recap. I have done my blog daily. I have started my daily podcast that I have on by 7 every morning so that I can talk to you wonderful people every day. I have my own website. If you have not been there, check it out, hopefulist.com. I am a social media maniac. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Pinterest. Am I forgetting something? I'm everywhere. You can't get away from me. And I keep taking online courses and webinars and trying to reading books, trying to figure out how to build my brand. I'm building the brand. Tell everyone you know, the Hopefulist. It's your daily dose of inspiration and positivity. Less than a month, I will be attending the Rise Business Conference with my girl, Rachel Hollis. And she's going to teach me everything I don't already know and how to send my brand into the stratosphere. What is it that you've dreamt of all this time? What is it that you've always really wanted to do? To kind of get pushed in a corner at some point like I did and realize you had to do something different. I remember talking to my therapist after I lost my job, and I said, it just surprises me how I just moved on so quickly. Again, not really making any money. Kind of just costing me money at this point. But that will change. I have faith. I'm asking the universe to deliver, and I have faith that it will do just that. But I told her how I was surprised at, don't get me wrong, I was very upset when I lost my job. And I have a lot of very strong feelings still about that situation. But I just decided to move on. I decided that I was tired of getting fired for elements that were out of my control. I was tired of being made to feel like I was a nothing and a nobody because they literally threw me out the door like I was a piece of trash. They stood over me while I gathered my stuff, made sure to take my door key. I'm surprised they didn't walk me out the door, escort me out the door. And then, I sent an email here or there to try and get in touch with somebody. Completely ignored me. Like I was just, removed from their lives. Like I had never existed. It's not a good feeling. So when I got to my therapist and I was telling her how I'd already started on the blog and the podcast and all that, and I said, what do you think the difference is this time? Where in the past I would have just fallen apart and laid around on the couch and felt sorry for myself for a way longer time than I did. And she said, you saw a door and you decided to walk through it this time. Interesting. I like that. I saw a door. I decided to walk through it. Do you see a door? Is there a door that's open just a crack? Is there something that you've been wanting that you really just need to jump into? Got a theme all week going here. I'm stringing them all together. I don't know. This is going to be big, though. You guys have been in. You're on the ground floor. Don't you feel special? I feel special that you're along. So thank you for spending some time with me. So now I want you to spend a little time to think about how you can turn a negative into a positive, because I know ultimately this will be the greatest thing I have ever done. Turn a negative into a positive. So it is the freaking weekend. It is Cocktail Friday. We are pumped. We are ready to go. Hope you have a fantastic weekend. Whatever you do, be safe and make it your best day yet.
Thank you for listening to The Hopefulist, hosted by Wendy McClure. For more inspiration, please visit Hopefulist.com. Thanks, and we'll see you tomorrow on The Hopefulist.
Ellen, have me on your show.